Hi, I'm Maggie, Mrs. Average Joe Cyclist from the Average Joe Cyclist blog. Joe and I recently took our bikes to Fort Stevens State Park in Oregon, where we had a lot of fun riding the 9 miles of trails. Fort Stevens State Park features 9 miles of trails suitable for all skill levels. The trails are multi-use, so you can hike them or bike them. We had a lot of fun riding our bikes along these trails. You can enjoy being in nature and also visit some of the interesting places in the park. Here I am arriving at the beach where the Peter Iredale wreck is located. Peter Iredale was a 4-masted steel sailing vessel. It was on its way to the Columbia River in 1906 when it ran aground on the Oregon coast, where it still rests today. Much of it has disappeared over the years, leaving only some of the steel shell and masts. If you're not on a bike, the beach is also a beautiful place for a hike. The trails are mainly flat and are very well signposted. You can access them from any of the car parks or from the Fort Stevens RV Park. There are a lot of fun features on the trails, such as bridges and tunnels. As they are multi-use, you do of course have to be on the lookout for pedestrians and strollers. The trails also take you to Fort Stevens, where you can park your bike to do the historical walk and visit the small but interesting museum. Fort Stevens was commissioned by President Lincoln during the Civil War. It was intended to guard the mouth of the Columbia River, which is known as the Great River of the West. It remained as an active base to the end of World War II. In 1942, it came under fire from a Japanese submarine, but was largely unscathed. Fort Stevens was the only military installation in the USA to come under fire from an enemy warship since the War of 1812. It's now an historic site with preserved buildings, batteries, and guns. We were interested to learn that the sailors from the wrecked Peter Iredale took refuge in this fort back in 1906. All in all, these trails offer a great bike ride with lots of interesting sights along the way. So thanks for watching, and please help us grow our channel by liking and subscribing. See you next time.